Hello, everyone. My name is Mike Felderman. Very big day today. It is the first ever episode of the wrestling podcast, Masked Marks. And I'm here with you today basically to talk about some topics. We're going to be talking about wrestling, obviously. Um, and basically, the format of this episode is going to be I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what happened last night at the Royal Rumble and what I thought was going to happen. And then we're going to do a segment that I like to call memorable moments, where me and a buddy will just like reenact an old promo from wrestling. Just something funny and. Well, that's what I'm telling you guys. Actually, what happened was I was supposed to fucking post this video yesterday, and before the Royal Rumble, and we did like a little prediction thing, and we talked, and then I set it up, and we did the whole damn thing, and then I tried to freaking post it up, and YouTube said it was too long, so now I gotta cut it into two parts. So that's basically what's gonna happen today, and then I'm gonna introduce my friend Dan the Man, but it's gonna be all like really choppy, horrible editing, and then you just gotta pretend it was like like all in one episode, but it's gonna be kind of shitty because I never done this before. But I'm gonna try my best, okay? And then this is gonna be on a separate episode, which is gonna be the second episode of the podcast, and it's gonna be the Fantasy Royal Rumble, the best ever of all time, where we basically we get a hat, the old Mounties hat, and we picked out like 30 names of all the best wrestlers of all time, and then so like we draw the names, and then uh, like after 10 guys are drawn, then we'll eliminate 9 guys, and this goes through rock paper scissors. So it's pretty intense. It gets crazy, man. Like it gets really intense, and then we keep doing this down until you have one winner, and then that's the winner of the Fantasy Royal Rumble. Okay, so today, what I want to talk about is the Royal Rumble last night. First of all, I want to give it a rating. Every Royal Rumble starts off at a 7.5 for me because it's the Royal Rumble. Like, it's one of my favorite pay-per-views of all time. Like, it's exciting, man. And now you got the women's Royal Rumble. They got 30 women coming in. You got the men's Royal Rumble. They had a couple matches. Um, did I watch all? I didn't watch the Facebook one. I was a little busy, but I heard it was a decent match. The next match that was on the card, the Shane McMahon tag team match. Shane O'Mac and The Miz tag team match against the Bar. We don't just raise the bar, we are the Bar. Fucking corniest shit ever, but it's fucking over now. Um, yeah, that was a fucking awesome match. I thought it was really good. Like, the attention to detail was awesome, and then fucking Shane O'Mac finishes the match with that beautiful fucking shooting star press. Honestly, the guys, when you say you still got it, the guys definitely still got it. It was a good match. Nice to see the titles change over, and they're gonna do a lot with that. Um, there's the Sasha Banks match. Um, Ronda Rousey, that was a good match. Ronda Rousey came out looking like the goddamn white Power Ranger, and but like that was a really good match too. Um, I kind of knew that's how it was gonna turn out. What I'd like to see was I think what's gonna happen after WrestleMania is they're gonna bring over the NXT few there and make a faction. I think the Four Horsewomen are gonna get united because I can't see Shayna Baszler extending her stay in NXT much longer because like there's bigger places for her. But yeah, that was a good match. The women's Royal Rumble match. I don't know if I'm missing anything. I'm sorry if I'm missing anything. It's all still like kind of a blur. I had a really busy day yesterday. The women's Royal Rumble match was good. Nothing really highlighting. The whole thing with the Becky Lynch. That was a match that happened too. The Becky Lynch match. Sucks to see her lose that way. It was a really good match. That was a good match. I liked the finish a lot. Um, I think it went into like a pin, turned into a submission finish or something like that. I can't remember, but yeah, or she like bridged over in the fucking Oscar lock and she tapped out. I wanted to see Becky Lynch win. They're letting Asuka hold the title a little bit, I guess. And then also that's because uh, they never had the Becky Lynch Ronda Rousey match because of what happened. So this was like a good way for them to like extend that whole thing. And so yeah, I have a feeling Becky Lynch is gonna pick out Ronda Rousey. Um, and then do that at WrestleMania, which that's going to be a good match, and we all been waiting to see that. So that was kind of cool that they did that. What else? The Daniel Bryan, Finn Balor and Brock Lesnar match. Man, I actually thought Finn Balor was gonna win that match because it's like, how much longer is this Brock Lesnar thing gonna go? But now you got to start thinking logically, and he's clearly got some sort of contract. This is big and beyond everything that we think about wrestling. It's just, you get the contracts locked in. He's staying until WrestleMania. It doesn't matter how fucking shitty it looks, because I'm getting fucking tired of it, man. Like, and then when Vince McMahon came and said, this year, we're going to do things your way and blah, blah, blah. I think that's just a way of them saying that they finally listened to us. And we need to make that Universal title, like, big again, Like, it sucks. The guy doesn't even, like, what, how many, like, 4 pay-per-views in a year he's there, and that's whatever his contract is, I mean, at the end of the day. But that sucks, You kind of want to see you want to see that Universal title, and there's so much opportunity for it. Like, I thought Finn Balor would have won in my heart, but like, thinking logically, that's what's going to happen. They're eventually going to do whatever. Who won the Royal Rumble? Braun Strowman, Seth Rollins. I can't even remember now. Oh man, I think it was Seth Rollins. So I don't know. Like, I have to go back and look at that, check that out. But I'm pretty sure it was Seth Rollins or no, or maybe it was Braun Strowman. So who knows? Either way, I think my head now that I'm thinking, like, the only thing that would make sense is if they had Braun Strowman and Brock Lesnar at the at WrestleMania, because then that way that will be like a feud that will work, and then they can finally just give fucking Brock Lesnar the old big boot and just fucking send him over the top rope and go to UFC or whatever the fucking hunting or whatever the shit that you do. But I like Brock Lesnar. I'm not fucking shitting on him or anything. He's a great wrestler. But you need a champion who's there. It's like, I don't get this shit. Also, the finish to that Royal Rumble, the men's Royal Rumble match, that was huge. I thought that was really good with the whole Nia Jax coming in and, like, fucking beating up R-Truth, and then she comes in the Rumble. This whole thing, I think, happened because, I don't know if you guys remember, obviously, the, what's called a mixed match challenge gimmick thingy, whatever they were doing there. I think that was basically WWE testing the waters, like, so that they can do this, like, women competing with men at the same level going forward with WWE, which I think will be cool because it makes sense. You have a lot of these women are really talented. They can hold their own with the WWE guys, and a lot of places everywhere do this. WWE hasn't done. They've done like before. Like, women would just get bodied by guys, and you had China. You had the rare few that would have a match and fucking win. Like, I think China, I can't remember, but I think she won like the Intercontinental title or like the European title. I remember she won a title. This is big. It's huge. It was good to see it last night that happened, because I knew eventually, like, WWE was going to do something like that. I already had the feeling. It was also nice to just see fucking Randy Orton RKO Nia Jax, because, let's be honest here, we miss seeing Randy Orton just. But yeah, great Royal Rumble. Fucking overall, yeah, like I said, I started 7.5. I'll give this one, man, I'll give it an 8.5. So it went up a whole point. I mean, there was some good match. Oh, there was the Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles match too. That's fucking always a good match. But, like, dude, I've watched this match so many times, and they're gonna push that feud too. So it's something we gotta get used to. But I mean, it was a good match. It was a good match. These are two. Wrestling's changed so much. You got these guys who like back in the day, they would make you fucking wait to see that match. Like, they wouldn't even fucking step in the ring with each other. These guys have fought already, like, so many times, but they always innovating. It was a great finish to that match. It was a good match, and yeah, like, that was a pretty good match too. Now for overall, I give it like an 8.5, because I thought you'd see a lot more like either new faces. I like the NXT entrance. I thought that was really good too, but like, as like nostalgia acts and different guys coming in, or like guys coming from other companies. I know they started doing this, like, when they'll do a really big guy, they'll bring him in for that, or now they'll just do it on like the Raw. So the Raw later on is going to be probably pretty good too. So we'll see what happens. I'm like excited to see because I thought like Kenny Omega dropped his contract, is all done. I was watching the thing with the AEW and they called out all the names. His name wasn't called, so I have a feeling he's getting the paperwork already to do that, and I think he's gonna be with WWE sooner than we think. So like I was expecting to see him, or maybe like even some guys like Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, my Canadian brothers. Like that'd be good to see those guys in the Royal Rumble, but they didn't. I like to see Jeff Jarrett. That was a long time coming, and then like the figurative passing of the torch with Elias. That was pretty good. I like that. You just bodied him with the fuck. He knew that was gonna happen, but that was good. But like yeah, like I don't know, man. It could have been better though, right? Like you bring in these guys like Hawkins and fucking No Way Jose and comes in with the Conga line and gets that to me is just a waste. You got so much talent, you got so much shit you gotta do. Like why, bro? Why? I don't understand. But whatever. Overall, that's what I give it. So yeah, and then other than that, I mean, yeah. And then I'm gonna bring over my buddy Dan the Man. It's gonna be like I'm gonna pretend he's coming over and helping me, but then I'm just gonna edit the old video, and I'm gonna put it all together, and then I'm gonna split it into two videos. So then you're gonna see this and the memorable moments, and then we're gonna go on to the Fantasy Royal Rumble, and that's gonna be its own separate video. The Royal Rumble is long. We do all the entrances, we do the rock paper scissors, but it's intense. It's funny. It's cool. I think you guys are really gonna like it. Also, clearly, bro, this fucking quality is garbage. I like, my sound audio is probably not that good. I recommend you wearing earphones if you don't have them in, like the headphones or whatever. Fucking put them in now and watch the rest of the thing. You will enjoy it. And then once next week, I'll go buy a fucking mic. I'm serious about it. I'm serious, okay? I'm serious about this. So I'll buy a mic, I'll buy a good camera, and then all the other videos are gonna be a lot better. But I just kind of want to put something out there because it is the time right now. You got the Royal Rumble, you got Road to WrestleMania, so I wanted to slide in and establish myself. So I think you guys are really gonna like this. So like it, share it, subscribe. Maybe I think I'm gonna make a channel or something. Subscribe. You guys are gonna get my videos, and I'm always talking in depth, good shit. Like I'm a fucking Mark, bro. I'm a masked Mark. My other buddy's coming. Guess what he is? He's also a masked Mark. And then yeah, bro, it's gonna be fucking dope. So this is like now we're gonna pretend my buddy's coming, and then we're gonna do the second segment of this podcast, which is you'll see it. I'm gonna edit it like he came, but it's gonna be kind of amateur. It's gonna be a little amateur. So this is the second segment of our podcast, and this is called the memorable moments. We basically just reenact a really good promo or something old school that made us laugh, or something new school, something just that pops up in your mind, and you just laugh at me. Oh, keep going. Do you remember this one? Okay, yo, get behind the curtain. Get behind the curtain. The Rock says. What the hell are you doing back there? You've been behind those curtains the whole time, watching The Rock.
But it looks like behind this here curtain, the Scorpion King has got a tiny ding-a-ling.
What? You can't beat the Scorpion King.
Brendan Fraser beat the Scorpion King.
That got me going. I thought that was a funny moment. Yeah. You remember those old promos, man? Like that's all you can ask for, man.